Last week on Exploring Off the Grid, the team managed to recover Woodsy's old 75 series before heading deep into Palmerville Gold Country to explore an amazing part of our country's history.
You can see just down the bottom, down here, there's an old remnants of a tin mine there. There's some structure.
So today I want to take you down to the limestone. It's an ancient reef system that we've got down here. It's a very special place for us.
After learning all about the region, it was time to get started on the infamous Old Coach Road, which threw up more than a few challenges in just the first couple of Ks.
She's a bit sandy.
Might already have our first recovery close by, guys.
This week, the team are pushing on with the goal of completing the Old Coach Road and then heading to the Lions Den Hotel for a cold beer. Will they all make it, or will someone get left behind? This is Exploring Off the Grid.
Famous Old Coach Road, Jono. This is exactly what I was sort of picturing in my mind, eh?
What, rock and rolling, mate?
Rocking and rolling, yeah, this is everything I've heard.
Elvis is here. Oh,
Yeah.
oh shit, mate.
Holy.
I tell you what, I'm glad that little bank's to your right-hand side.
Makes you gives you a little bit more confidence, doesn't it? Because looking out here, straight to my right, it's a bloody long way down.
Don't look out there, mate. Look forward.
Don't look at that.
Look forward.
Look, picking your line in a truck is different to the 79s and the patrols and the like. You're a longer wheelbase, you're a wider wheelbase, so you've got to think of cutting the corner as you turn, and you've got to be looking 2 steps in front. You can't be just looking at your issue that you've got right now.
I think having Rick up ahead is always a benefit. You know, having anyone there, whether they're in a truck or a car, you know, you can see what line they're taking, see how the track is reacting to the holes in the road as well. So it's certainly a help. And then Rick would get on the UHF if it was something that wasn't right or he needed to point out, he would let us know.
Well, crew, this one's looking really steep, rocky and off camber. I suggest we probably space it out a little bit for this one.
Yeah, mate, I'll just pick what line you're going and hopefully it's the right one and I'll be following that. If not, I'll be taking a different one.
That's a pretty good tactic, mate. Sounds good.
As we head up this climb, there's this big off-camber section. So in zones like that, you want to keep your drive as smooth as possible. You want to stop any lurching or carry on like that. So I'm going to go nice and slow. In the auto, I'll be able to just moderate the power really gently. I can left foot brake as well. No worries. Heaps of traction there to play with.
That tree and that rock. I learned that sometimes ignorance is not bliss because I was definitely sweating. There were times where I thought this is definitely more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be. I learned the gear ratio in this kind of thing in an auto can work against you. Thankfully, Matt gave me a really good tip, and it's a new skill that I literally learnt on the road, and that's the left foot braking. So sometimes, even in low range, this thing can just be too torquey when you're trying to, you know, every inch matters with your tyre placement. And this thing just wants to stand up, it just wants to go, and sometimes that's too much. You don't need that brute force behind you. So being able to just feather that brake a little bit to take some of that launch out of the mix came in really handy in some of those more technical parts of the track.
As another person towing a camper in this convoy, I'm really impressed by the way that Wego was handling it so far.
I reckon we're all pretty impressed with your driving too, Woodsy. You can't half tell the Cape is your backyard, hey?
Take on any off-grid challenge with Shervy Power products. Reliable 12-volt products that won't let you down. Shervy Power products, the ultimate in reliable off-grid power.
Hey Rick, looks like there's something hanging from the bottom of your rear diff, hey?
Okay, Nick, thanks mate. I did hear a bit of a sound just before, so I'll pull up just down here when I get a chance.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but it looks like it's on the front side of the rear diff on the passenger side.
Rick and I heard this bit of a bang, like a metal on metal clanging under the truck, so we weren't quite sure what it was. Yeah, Nick called up on the 2-way before, something's hanging down, so we thought, oh, that's our noise. But we didn't realise it actually snapped the shocking bolt off the mounting point. So we thought, here we go, that's going to make it interesting because it's beyond repair. So we had to go this major tough track down one rear shocking.
Just doing a bit of rock crawling today, and yes, obviously the bolt has snapped off or come off and bent the shaft. Bent the shaft of it. So that's the cape, ladies and gentlemen. That's how when you come to these sort of places, be prepared that a little bit of damage will occur and have a plan to get yourself home.
You can have that one, mate. Thanks, buddy.
Bit of a memento. I wonder if I'll fit that in
I wish you said that to me.
Unreal.
So not having a shock on the rear, I'm not sure how that's going to go. Having the parabolics and airbags, I'm sure we're going to be okay. But at this stage, it's unknown.
So Aaron, I've taken that shock out since I broke the bolt in the bottom mount. Mate, what's your suggestion with the airbags to take up some of the slack? Increase the pressures, or is that not a good idea?
No, definitely not. I'd probably just leave it as it is at the moment. One thing you do with an airbag, on the compression side of it, it'll obviously still have air in it, but on the rebound it won't have as much control. So you probably just need to be a little bit careful of that. But outside of that, I'll probably just maintain the current pressure that you've got.
Yeah, okay mate, that's it. Thanks very much.
A quick tip for you: when you're travelling in a convoy like I am today, make sure you have enough distance between you and the vehicle in front of you and behind you that the vehicles can stop. You want to have somewhere safe you can stop and deal with an emergency, or if they can't get up a climb, they can back and stop on a safe place so they can get going again or deal with the situation. What you don't want to do is travel that close to the vehicle in front that when something goes wrong, you've got no safe, flat place to park up.
Oh well guys, this is what we're expecting from Old Coach Road, Cape York, I reckon. I think we better pull up here and we'll get out and choose the line we want to take here.
So we come to the four-ways, I guess you could call it. There was a really easy track on the left-hand side, a wild one in the middle, a not so wild, and then yeah, a bit of an intermediate on the right-hand side.
When you're in a convoy, it's a lot of fun just to get out and everybody talk about this is the line and that line, that's the line and this and that and the other, and just everybody having a great conversation about how they're going to drive it.
So turning up at that 4 hill climbs, at first I've gone, bloody hell. So we got out, went for a walk to choose our own tracks, and we just had to walk it and make it a safe decision, what everyone felt comfortable doing.
This here actually looks quite easy, except you'd be leaning into the bank.
Yep.
Yeah. This one here is stepping up.
You got a picture where your rear wheel's going to be when you hit that?
Yeah, no, what we're actually going to do, we're going to set the order.
Oh, are we?
And then one each. So you just choose as you come up, you can't choose one that's already done.
and we're rejigging the order, and who's in control of that, Supervisor?
Me.
Who's last?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sort of in the way now, so I can't move.
Right.
Same as the ATW truck.
Could I just move your truck for you? Because I reckon I could move it.
Have you got a license?
Yeah.
Yep. Are you on my insurance policy?
Every excuse under the sun now.
Third one over there.
I'm thinking we play it smart. We wait till everyone else tries and fails,
Yep.
and then we take the opposite route.
I like it.
You're going to take the opposite to what we do, okay, Rick? Perfect.
Rick decided he was going to take, especially with the shocky down, so take the left-hand track, and believe me, it wasn't such an easy track. They're all very hard in their own aspects. So Rick took the left-hand track in his wisdom.
Mate, you made that look easy. Even though it's a hard track, you made that look very easy. Good line, good work.
Yeah, thanks mate. Happy days, eh?
Rick made that look easy.
Yeah, because he picked my line.
Yeah, of course he did.
We had a look at all of them and wanted a bit of a challenge, so we decided the right-hand track. There was just one big hole there as a step up, so we thought it'd be worthwhile just throwing a bit of rocks and some timber in there along with some max tracks just to sort of alleviate that back wheel from falling in that and throwing us over.
Nick and Chris have done a very clever little thing. They've packed some logs and their max tracks in the hole there so the truck doesn't fall into the wall. Good thinking, good pre-planning. I reckon he's going to drive it in one shot.
I thought we talked about going slow.
Just take it nice and easy. We didn't want to get a lot of wheel spin because once the wheels are spinning, you're pretty much either going to start sliding backwards or you're going to start digging in. So basically we're just trying to keep the traction on the wheels, first gear, low range, just take it easy, just side to side, and, yeah, work the way up the hill.
For me, pretty much I looked at the 4 options and I looked at the big rock climb that none of us drove, and I thought I'd love to have a crack at that, but this is not the time or place. I'd have to winch it for sure. So I decided to go for what I believe to be the next hardest hill.
Woodsy, any tips for a newbie?
Remember, it is your touring vehicle, not your comp truck.
Oh yeah, dang.
Don't worry if you break it, I'm sure someone here can fix it for you.
So my plan with this is just nice and slow. I'm just going to keep a gentle momentum going. I'm not going to send it. I'll get in there, have an understanding of the hill, and then we'll see what happens from there. A lot of people reckon because you don't make it in one go, you're not a good driver or you got a crap car.
Yeah, still right to back down, you're clear.
In my opinion, understanding the hill and how you can drive it is all part of it. So I went in real gentle, understood where I lose traction, and now I'll be able to just pop it through those parts, I hope. All right, so there we go. Oh, come on, girl. Yeah, she's got it. So you can see how I changed my drive style because I had an understanding of how the car behaved on the hill. And that's how I do that hill today. Tomorrow, it'll be totally different.
What happened then, Matt? Would you put it in full drive the second time?
Yeah, I drove it, mate. I just wanted to understand it.
I thought you wanted to stand under it the way you look like you went up that hill.
Cheers, bud. That was fun.
Rick, Nick and Matt have all had a go, and now it's Ree's turn in the big bad Ram.
I like it.
Is that Ree's run? That one? Sounds good. I'm following your run, I think.
Not a rerun. I'll do it in one.
She said it on camera now.
Hey, I'm going to try and spot Ree, but I don't think I really need to. She's been pretty on the ball today. I've only had a spot of 1 so far, and I've almost tripped over 3 times. So I think the camera guys actually really want me to fall over, so we'll see if they succeed or I do. Righto, Ree, when you're ready.
Just have to go into off-road mode.
Ree actually did an amazing job. I've only been working with Ree probably for about 6 months now, so I actually haven't driven with her at all in the past. So I actually don't know her driving ability and she doesn't know mine. So when you take 2 people that don't know each other's abilities into a car that neither of us have actually really driven, both towing a caravan, yeah, I take my hat off to her. Ree did a fantastic job. I was so proud of her.
Killing it, Ree, killing it.
I'm a martini, shaken, not stirred.
Oh, I do like a challenge. I really wanted to follow Matt up his hill, but after walking it, I knew that I'm going to be stuck on that hill, and then I didn't want to be backing off that hill. So I chose the right lane because I figured that it was quite doable and I could get enough traction without too many holes holding me up.
top, mate. How much damage, mate?
Well, with that obstacle out of the way, it can't be too far to camp, can it? Oh, that's right. We've only travelled about 10 Ks.
Look, it was a big day, day one. We'd done about 7 hours of driving and we'd not even got halfway through the track. So everyone was tired, buggered, mentally drained. Yeah, it was going to be a big finish to the track.
I've done Cape York a number of times over the years, and I've done the old Tally track quite a few times. That's all great stuff. It's good fun and everything, but the old coach road, for me, with the rocks and that's on point. I really appreciated that sort of wheeling.
So I came through the creek and looked up at this massive hill and thought, oh, everyone's drained. What do? Do we tackle it now or do we wait till the morning? I thought, we've got to do it either way. So let's get it done, then we can all just relax for the night knowing that that's ticked off.
Righto, mate. This one's probably looking the most challenging we've had yet.
It just keeps on coming.
Yeah,
coming.
straight away I've got this big rock on my right and this tree on the left, so
yeah,
we've got to be able to try and swing wide here, and that's the challenge with the truckers.
I just pull you. Wow. Definitely no dust on the rocks, mate. Where it is.
No, the traction once you're on the solid rocks is not an issue. More issue is getting front wheels and rear wheels on a step up at the same time.
That's right. So that limb and slip has got its bum on the ground like the wheels,
Yeah.
you know. So it's like traction.
Keeping everything moving and not going too fast and bouncing and breaking something.
And I
like there,
like
right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you felt the hole just bounce, so you lose your momentum then.
Yeah. So here I'm going to put the right wheel up the right hand side and just follow that little groove down the left.
So far, so good.
Next up, it's the ATW truck, and it looks like Chris has decided to spot Nick through this one. Not a bad idea, Chris.
You get a copy? Put in full drive, eh?
Yeah, so basically we've been on the track for about 5-6 hours and we've done about 10 Ks, so everyone was pretty much knackered by that point. It's been a lot of concentration, so we come out of a riverbed and then all of a sudden, bang, here's another one, we got to go. So it's just, oh, here we go again. First gear, low range, just in and out of holes, just picking your right line, not getting the diff hung up on the rocks. Trying not to get as much damage or as less damage as what we can is the aim of the game here. We're in the middle of nowhere, it's a long way from help, and there's no tow recovery vehicles out here. You pretty much, if you break something, you are going to get the parts yourself and you are fixing it on the track.
So a call came over the radio that there was a massive hill that we were going to have to climb. So I'm like, oh, couldn't wait to go and check that out. Now, we all decided to go and look at it from the bottom and then just drive it, which maybe that wasn't the smartest thing, I don't know, but that's what we did. For me, once again, I was getting up there and I saw like the line I thought I might be able to drive. I didn't drive it. But that's the fun of it. I go, oh well, I didn't drive it back up and find the line, and it took me a few goes to unlock the puzzle, so to speak, but I really enjoyed that. It was quite challenging, trying to pump the 200 up through there in a nice controlled manner. Once we got to the top though, it was then Ree's turn. Now, conversation at the bottom was that she wasn't real comfortable with driving this.
There was a few very nervous sections, I won't lie. There was one particular run where the other vehicles made it look pretty daunting, and I stood at the bottom of the hill and I did actually tap out. I said, look, this one looks like it's beyond not just my capability, but knowing that the vehicle had been playing up a bit. And I was just concerned, not so much about my safety, but I just wanted to get, you know, the vehicle and the van back in one piece without any damage. So
Go straight towards me.
Give us some more. Keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Aaron and Ree's driving ability, just like, they were a bit worried there on one of the hill climbs, and they really, none of them wanted to drive up. We had a discussion with them, like, you've come this far, like, we're not going to push you up to drive that hill, but if you don't drive it, you're going to regret it if you could do it, you know what I mean? And so Ree jumped in, and what a drive. Well, you know, such a big car and a caravan, that's amazing what they put that car through, and with no damage on the car, it's just...
Hold the brake.
Because of the mechanical issues the Ram was having, we figured that I'd probably have to tow her up. So we set that up and had that plan in place, but we were 100% going to let her have a go and try and drive it. And I was amazed the vehicle got as far as it did, and testament to Ree's wheelie, she did a great job.
I mean, it's one thing to be in a precarious situation, but have a path and know where you're going to go. In a car like this, where the angles are crazy and the visibility over the bonnet is next to nothing, it does add another element of kind of danger, I suppose. And you do need to put trust in the other people that are around you. Obviously, I know Matt is very experienced, and I was quite happy to, you know, let him guide me, and he coached me through it, told me where to put my wheels, how much power to give, all that kind of thing. You're just living in that adrenaline rush. You know, your heart's in your throat. You're just the whole time thinking, God, what's going to happen? What's next? Just get me to the top of this hill. You're just looking at the top the whole time, just thinking, get me there.
Okay, so what we're going to do here, it's going to be a very gentle tow recovery. We're not doing a kinetic recovery, which is where we use a whole heap of energy. So I'm going to load up the strap, and then when I tell you, you're going to start driving, and then we're going to just drive together up here nice and slow and controlled, okay?
Okay.
Okay, start driving. That's why, nice and slow. Just let me pull you as much as possible. Okay, I'm stopping.
Thank you, Matt.
Towing on the whole coach road is probably not recommended for the average driver. As I say that, we had some not very experienced people towing a caravan, and they managed to do it with minimal damage. It was definitely a challenge, and a lot slower than I anticipated to go through there. Picking a line's challenging. You've got to think of where all your wheels are, and if you can stay out of the holes and like straddle stuff, that's the best way you can be. But you could also be mindful if you fall off that straddle that you could do some serious damage falling into the hole. But it's definitely very slow thinking, braking, just constant mirror watching, just everything. You've got so much going on, your concentration level is definitely through the roof. Person who's driven a lot of gears in a truck and managed to grind a lot, the ute got converted to an auto, and yeah, I know auto. And you get on the highway and you think, oh, why did I do it? And then as soon as you take it off road, you think, wow, I love this auto. It's just so much control, just be able to walk up steps just without riding the clutch. And thinking, if I was in a manual trying to tow through, it would have been just so hard, you would have damaged stuff. It's just because you've got to pop the clutch, and it's just the auto's just made this vehicle totally drivable in these conditions.
We knew Woodsy had a fair bit of experience. I've never driven with the bloke before, apart around on a quad bike and so forth. So watching him, how he tackled, especially towing a camper trailer, Woodsy just approached it slow and steady most of the time. I do say most of the time. And he just he did a really good drive through that old coach road.
Yeah, so after that, the last big hill climb we did, we actually had to tow the Ram up a bit of the way. Same thing again, it overheated. Basically, yeah, we pulled it up, Yeah, got it to the safe position. Then everyone was pretty knackered by that point. And then, yeah, Woodsy said there's a camp, Folders Hotel. It used to be one of the old hotels on the old coach road. So basically we pulled in there for the night. It was a nice open area. We set up. It was a big day. Everyone had a bit going on that day. There's so much concentration on these tracks, you know. If you're half a metre that way, you're gone down the hill. So it's just, yeah, you've really got to be on your game.
So I very quickly realised that up here, there's 3 units of measurement. There's imperial, there's metric, and then there's cape distance. When you know that something's a kilometre away, 500 metres away, still allow an hour. So, you know, the distance thing, throw that out the window. It's when you roll into camp and you can see the other vehicles in the convoy starting to set up, the beers are coming out, the firewood's going on. It's just that combo of relief. We're here, we've done it, we're safe, the vehicles are in one piece, teamed with knowing that you just get to kind of debrief the day, reconnect with the team, hear their experiences, and yeah, I guess just share that sense of camaraderie that's very unique to full driving and camping the way we are.
Turning into the camp was a thank God moment, because our day was finally over, and because I was tail end Charlie, I felt like I was 2 hours behind everyone most of the time. So I could hear all these people talking, but I could never see them. So when we drove in, it was like, yep, camp set up, they're all set up, everyone's cracking a beer, and I was like, wow. Imagine the whole time when the people are here cracking beers, and how the hell do they get the beer in there? Like really, because we had fridges, how do they keep it cold?
That's day 1 down. What could be possibly in store for day 2?